Hey, it's Ramsey Dewey and Shao over here at the Extreme Fight Lab. We just finished a Jiu-Jitsu class, which is why we're wearing these gis. We're going to take them off in a minute because we're going to review some self-defense videos from the Detroit Urban Survival Training Center. I think that's what it's called. Our friend Dale over there in Detroit, and on the streets of Detroit, I don't think they walk around in the gi. But we're not going to do this alone. This is a video collab with our friend Chewy from the Chewjitsu channel. Go check out Chewjitsu. Link in the description below. Go follow him. Go subscribe. It's an awesome channel all about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So go check him out and show him some love. Tell him Ramsey sent you.
And so what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you guys the technique, us trying the technique on my students who have never seen these techniques. I'm going to use it on them live, so we'll tell them to hold us or squeeze us or choke us or whatever, and then we're going to try to get out of it with these techniques. To do this video, Adam, right now we're in gis. That's not very realistic, not very street-like. So I think we need to get into something a little bit more tactical. You ready? All right, guys, now that we're back into something like more street clothes, not in those stuffy gis, a little bit more tactical, me and Adam here are going to show you. Why do you always do this?
The first one goes something like this.
You don't need to lift their legs, reach down and grab the legs. From here, we want to take them down. All we do is come behind them and stand up. You have to let the biomechanics do the work. You don't have to add extra motion.
Like always. Like we try to do the videos and then you always do something, right? You stare at the camera like crazy and people can't listen to me. And now I'm trying to show the good people how to do self-defense techniques, and instead you're dressed up like a fictional sheriff from a TV show. You're Lieutenant Dangle. Look, I said something tactical. I said at the very least, could we just do a black shirt? A black shirt. So can you do a black shirt?
Here, grab me from behind. Let's try this with some extra steps. Let's presume that I can get this nice back step, and now I can grab the legs and stand up, and now I can drop them down here. Wait a minute, this is a move from the Tekken video games. Did Dale learn his moves from Tekken? Seriously?
All right, let's try this again. Black shirt Adam, not Lieutenant Dangle. All right, guys, now that Adam has a black shirt, he's more appropriate. You can keep the glasses on, buddy. Now that we're dressed more appropriately, we're gonna take a look at the self-defense techniques. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna take a look at the techniques, show them to you. We're gonna try them on our students, and then we'll take a look at what Ramsey does with his, because he's picked them out. I don't know which ones he's gonna do. It might be the same ones, it might be different ones. And then you guys can, at home, kind of get an idea of what you think as well. Adam, you ready? Give me those stupid.
Shao, grab me in a bear hug, a deadly bear hug from behind. No, not the underhooks. We didn't cover this specific contingency in Dale's video. This one, very good. So down, up. The video also did not cover this contingency. He seems to be arm barring me right now. All right, down and up. And yeah, we seem to be missing one of the steps, so we'll have to confer with Dale's video. Oh man, Shao, that kind of sucked.
I know, right?
Let's see if Chewy has any more luck with this stuff.
All right, guys, so this one is going to be how to escape a side bear hug. Let's watch this real quick.
To get free, a simple one, pinch here, right here in the thigh, push out. Another simple way to escape is come from here, take your fingers under the nose, peel down. Another way to get free, if you want to take them under control, go here, peel out.
So you got to go
neck,
under the arm,
cradle
back.
of the jaw.
We got to pinch. You guys are going to go come up to us and grab right here around, and we're going to try to break out of it. Evan, you try first. Go ahead. Try to hold them as tight as you can. So Brandon is a three-time college wrestling champion, and he's gonna get a side bear hug here. He's squeezing because he really likes me. Ready, go. Pinch your legs, fall back. Fall back. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, I'm gonna go underneath you here. Get underneath. Give you a wet willy. That'll be. Oh, the pinch and nose, whatever that thing is, escape to the side bear hug. Wet willy's more effective. Now let's take a look at Ramsey Dewey and see what he does.
All we do is come behind them and stand up. You have to let the biomechanics do the work. You don't have to add extra motion.
Xiao, do you realize we did this technique wrong?
No, I do not.
We removed one of the extra steps.
I guess we should apologize to Dale with sincerity.
We definitely should. Because as Dale said, we don't need extra steps, but there probably are some essential steps to this technique that make it work.
If Dale says so, it must be true.
It must be. So, we'll do it exactly as Dale taught. He has me in a bear hug from behind. I will step behind his leg. And now, without grabbing the leg or doing all the fancy extra stuff, I will stand up with my shoulders back, and Xiao will fall down.
By the power of Jordan Peterson, I compel you.
Yeah, that's one of the
12 rules for life.
The 12 rules for life. Stand up straight with your shoulders back.
Remember Rule 6, set your house in perfect order. I'll set his spine in perfect order with a free spinal adjustment. Then go back to rule number 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Make sure to read my book on the 12 rules of butt kicking. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.
Let's go. I'll be sneaky and other side. All right, I know what's the problem. In self-defense techniques, it's usually a bigger, stronger guy attacking a smaller guy.
You can use that as an intelligent option to improve your likelihood of survivability in a situation where the person is much larger than you and you want to take them down.
So, this is why it's not working. Because the bigger, stronger guy was being the victim. All right, Xiao, see if you can escape.
No, stop bullying me, Ramsey, and I'm not using the technique. You okay?
He's using a different technique. Pummeling for the underhooks.
Yeah.
You're not following Dale's steps, man. Yeah, all right, let's try it again. You've got to try to step behind me. Or maybe do it once. I'll let you do it. So step behind. Stand up straight with the shoulders back. Okay. Now let's try that against resistance. Ready? Go.
Oh, screw you, Dale. Oh, no, screw that.
Yeah, he just pummeled for the underhooks. Xiao, this was the problem last time. We didn't follow the instructions.
Yeah, I know, right?
Try to attack, try to put me on the ground, whatever you want. Go. He's not allowing me to step behind him. Go. The video did not cover this contingency. He's switching sides. Okay. Maybe like 100 times, then we'll be masters of this. Stand up straight. Oh no. Now I know what you're all thinking. Ramsey, these techniques are only not working because you're trying them against a guy half your size. This intelligent option did not increase our survivability this time.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
Indeed. Let's see if Chewie is having any success with his intelligent options to increase his survivability.
All right, so guys, this one is going to be an ankle lock. So this is part of the reason why I did the video, because I got targeted because of jiu-jitsu stuff being thrown into this. And you see it, and you're like, this is not good technique. So he's using an ankle lock to control the person. So let's watch it.
What we're going to share with you today is some way you can hold someone if they were on the ground. This is a violent person that must be held for police.
So if we get ankle
in this situation, we're suspending their other foot here with our foot, and we're lifting here on the Achilles. This is an ankle lock that's extremely painful. This is how you hold someone so you don't create injury that is avoidable.
Okay, so then I want you to try to get free. Ready, go. do it one more time. So get this ankle here, hold, and I get to step here, and ready, go. Go. You're good to me. I want to see if I can get out of it. Good. So here, so I mean, like, I'm trying to figure out how, like, I can come up and like start grabbing your nuts. So that's supposed to be like the self-defense thing, right? Right there. Good. Where I gotta, like, that's not gonna work. So ankle lock being used to just hold a person down like that. Let's take a look and see what Ramsey's doing over on his channel.
This next one is a bicep tie-up to a takedown.
From here, step in, leave support leg, in line with theirs, bring your knee up. You can strike them in the pelvis, and then hook outwards as you push them back. This intelligent option will increase your survivability.
So we're squared up out here. I reach in, I got the bicep tie up, and this is okay. And what Dale shows, hook the leg and push, push, and Xiao goes down to the floor. Yeah, works really great when he cooperates. Now, Xiao, don't cooperate.
How about no?
He's in on a single leg. Okay. Let's try that again. Bicep tie up, hook the leg, push.
No.
He just kind of pulled his leg out. All right, let's try that again. Bicep tie up, hook the leg, push. He's punching me in the face. Maybe we'll try it on the other side, right? So with my other leg, right, yeah, the left leg is the key. Bicep tie up, hook, push. And now he's kicking me some more. All right. And it's probably good to note that Xiao is actually letting me hook the leg first. I tried this with Tinyu over at the other gym, and he wouldn't even let me grab his leg. He was just like, nope, nope. Oh. And you're probably thinking, but Xiao knows exactly what's coming. Well, if I grab him and I tie up with him, he knows that we're in a fight, right? So he's gonna have his guard up, right? And he's gonna be trying to fight back, right? He's gonna be grabbing, he's gonna be kicking, he's gonna be pushing, he's gonna be pulling.
Also, I'm not supposed to be able to kick that easy in a clinch, but Dale leaves so much space in the clinch. That is exactly what I will do.
Yeah. So how can we fix Dale's technique? Well, how about this? Let's help a brother out here. So get your guard up. This is good. This is actually pretty good. He's got the bicep tie up. We can negate a lot of punches here. We can move to different clinches. We can get our head in here really tight. We can set up different takedowns and entries, right? So this is good. Like, he's not wrong getting a bicep tie up, right? This is some really basic fundamental wrestling. And from here, you know, I can set up duck unders, take the back. I can, right, shoot for the legs right here. Or if I want something more along what Dale was teaching, right, I get the bicep tie up, right? What's with this floppy arm, man? Okay. I can get this bicep tie up. I can switch to an underhook, get in here, hook the leg, drop down there, and get a takedown. Let's do that one more time. Right, so now I've got forward momentum. I've got body weight, and I can get in there closer so that if he does pull this leg away from my leg, I can get it with the arm as well. Now this time, Tian, I want you to try to take me down at the same time. It's kind of like I'm just handing him a single leg here. Let's go back to step one, pummel. It's kind of like wrestling is a little more complicated. You know what this technique really reminds me of? It reminds me of new guys getting into judo for the first time and learning the osotogari. Now, the osoto is a different technique, right? With the osotogari, we're reaping the outside leg instead of the inside leg. But the mistake a lot of people make is just stepping behind the guy here and putting themselves like 50-50. So if Tien pushes, Tien, you push. Yeah, if we're 50-50 like that, whoever's pushing harder and first is gonna win. And that's kind of the same problem here. Even if I have this good, strong inside bicep tie-up and I grip here, Tien, push, twig. I've got to tell you, if there's concrete underneath me and I'm trying to balance like a flamingo with my center of gravity behind me, it's going to be a whole lot worse falling on my back, or worse yet, my head. This intelligent option did not increase our survivability.
You are too kind.
Over to you, Chewy.
This one is supposed to be how to like stop a wrestler. So again, you know, as someone that grapples and wrestles, I'm like, I want to see what this is.
Share with you what to do if you want to take someone down who's grabbing your throat or your upper body. You don't want to wrestle with them. When they grab up, you're going to pull their head down, chin up. That breaks the vertical plane. Take them to the ground. Another way you can do that, they grab up, you don't want to wrestle, grab the back of their skull, take your top of your head, go right to their face. Another way you can do if they try to grab you to wrestle, grab their hand, take your hand, go straight down. That's 3 ways to stop from wrestling if you don't want to wrestle people.
Your job is going to be to try to grab Adam and hang on to him, and he's going to try to use some of these anti-grappling techniques. Just like grab him too, yeah. Who are you grabbing? So turn his jaw. All right, so come here. Here, Biggin. All right, so I've got a wrestler here that's wanting to wrestle me. So my favorite one, because it's just a good old-fashioned wrestling.
Is it college time?
Pretty much. So like the guy grabs, like right here, and then I'm gonna do something to you, and then you tell me if this makes you want to like stop wrestling. If you were trying to fight me, okay, ready to go. Look at that face, people! Excruciating pain. That's just wrestling. I was like, that's just wrestling. Head to head, like moving the head, that's just wrestling. Let me try it again. Let's see if I can move you. So grab onto me here, and I'm gonna try to move your neck. Ready? Go. So none of that stuff works. I don't know why, like in the self-defense stuff, it's like the person's neck just like flops over. These are strong muscles. So, if you are faced with a wrestler who's trying to grab you or fight you, I wouldn't do any of that stuff. Let's see what Ramsey's doing over on his side.
We're going to share with you some options, intelligent options, so you can take control of someone and move them against their will, but not injure them, not create court dates for yourself. So, one simple way is take your thumb, go to the tracheal notch, hooking down. This gives you control. Even though the person's stable, if I try to push him, he's still stable, he's still here. But if I come right here with my knuckle under the jaw, it takes him down. Another way to do that is you can take your fingers, just like this, go right here to the side of the throat right here, and go right down. And again, even when the person's standing stable, and you're trying to push him, he still holds on. But if we come right here, under the nose, take down. It's very easy to move people against their will without injuring them.
One finger into the chin. Sweet! Oh man, this is so much easier than jiu-jitsu, so much easier than all that MMA training I'm doing. Man, what am I doing with my life? So in this next technique that Dale taught us, Xiao's gonna get a really stable stance, standing parallel to me for some reason. Parallel?
Covering my groin.
Covering his groin. So not a fighter stance, but a nice parallel stance.
Covering the
Right?
groin.
Covering his groin. Okay? I don't know why. Maybe Dale likes to surprise people with the groin kicks, but the dude was doing this. Right? We're going to take the thumb and press into the tracheal notch.
Oh, that's tickly.
Until Xiao falls down. Okay? Next, he showed a technique where he takes these fingers and presses into the neck right there until the guy falls down. And what else? He took a finger to the chin and pushed until the guy fell down, and then he took the index finger under the nose and did that until the guy fell down, right? Now, admittedly, if you allow somebody to do any of these things, it's not comfortable. I mean, I guess if I stood there, here, Xiao, do this to me, and just press really hard as I stand in a parallel stance and do nothing but, you know, eventually I'm gonna fall back if I don't move, right? We're gonna test this out against resistance. Xiao, don't let me do any of these goofy things to you. Are you ready?
Yes.
He's bending my finger. Oh wait, I did it wrong. I'm supposed to use the thumb, not the index finger. Thumb to the tracheal notch. All right? He appears to be striking me. Okay, let's try the fingers to the throat. He's arm barring me. Okay, let's try that again.
But not injure them, not create court dates for yourself.
He's doing like some goofy traditional martial arts Wing Chun block on me.
No, man, you don't need to go to jail. I'm de-escalating.
He's de-escalating the situation.
No, man, you're too
Wait,
drunk.
other hand.
Go home, smoke some weed.
All right, what else do we have? The nose. You can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yeah.
All right, now he's finger locking me. All right, maybe one more time. He's simply redirecting the hand with his own hands.
In retrospect, I forgot to cover the groin. That is why the technique failed. I would like to apologize sincerely to Dale for my ignorance.
Man, that nose picking technique really didn't pan out. I wonder which technique Chewy's trying next.
This one is another jiu-jitsu technique, grappling technique being used as a restraining hold. So this is
in this
an
case,
arm bar.
I put my foot here, right next to the shoulder. Right here, the lock is here, up against the thigh. And for extra control, we can actually bend the wrist downward. By bending the wrist downward here, you're actually able to create a lock, and you have two locks. Because you actually can go hands-free here, or hold here and maintain it.
So anyway, I'm gonna hold here, you try to get free. Go. All right, let's try it again. I must have done something wrong. Let's try it again, because such an excellent technique. And again, he's got some old gorilla arms, so his arms are a little bit longer, and I'm a little bit shorter. Okay, so I can't I can't put his hands next to my giblets as was demonstrated in the video. But nonetheless, this is you could do a gooseneck here, like the little gooseneck wrist lock, but there's no other control. The gooseneck works when we have control of the arm here, right? With doing this, like if I had like a kimura or something, maybe like this would be good here. But by doing this, we give him so much room here. All right, so we're gonna try this again. All right, so you're facing down here, and I'm down, and we're here. Go. All right, next. All right, ready, go. All right, Adam, I've got you. What are you gonna do now, bad guy? So again, all the bad guys running loose because we don't know how to apply a wrist lock. Again, another to that one, and now we'll see what Ramsey Dewey's gonna do on his side.
Let's see if it's that easy if Tien is fighting back.
Go to the tracheal notch, hooking down.
Okay, let's go. The ultimate litmus test of self-defense techniques. Mild resistance.
Go right here to the side of the throat right here and go right down.
Oh my, he's just kind of pulling my hand away. That must be annoying to have fingers in your throat like that.
But if we come right here, under the nose, take down.
Man, he really doesn't like that. Now I really want you to fight back. Imagine we're in a street fight, right? You want to attack me, you want to hurt me, you want to put me on the ground.
Take your thumb, go to the tracheal notch, hooking down.
It doesn't seem to have the same effect when he's going for a single leg.
come right here, under the nose, takedown.
I know. Let's try the nose. Where'd he go? Okay. He just keeps shooting for that single leg. I know. The neck. Find that neck. Get back your neck. I'm not sure if this actually was such an intelligent option to increase my survivability.
Not so sure.
After all, sticking your finger in somebody's nose doesn't seem that intelligent, and it doesn't seem to increase my survivability when he starts spinning it back like that. So, Chewy, what do you have for us next?
All right, guys, so this one is a ballerina spin to get out of a choke.
If your neck is grabbed from the rear, clasp your hands, turn, and the wrists are hyperextended, and there's a lock on the wrist, which causes the pain to cause the man to let your neck go.
I want you to come up and I want you to grab me like this and try to hold there as tight as possible. I can't stop. All right, I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna break out of this. Ballerina style. I mean, that one actually might work. Hands here, ready, ballerina. All right, I'm gonna go. You gotta try to choke him. You give me a good shaking.
That's a massage.
Ballerina spin. That's been the best one out of the bunch. I mean, granted, I don't know who's gonna come at you like all the self-defense stuff, even like some of the old school jiu-jitsu self-defense stuff. It's like they come up to you, hey, buddy, and then like, who chokes? Oh, there he goes. Like, who chokes? Like, I mean, I guess like maybe somebody. Let's take it back to Mr. Dewey.
Detroit Urban Survival Training will show you what you can do when you are faced with a kicking attacker. When they come in, you come in, keep this hand here to block it from going to your face. This takes the brunt of the trauma, the kick, the energy. From here, you're gonna come in, transition your energy to your foot here, and you're gonna stomp, oblique stomp the inner knee. This will break the knee and enhance your survivability.
All right, this last one is blocking a head kick, and I'm just gonna come out and say it the way Dale taught it is dangerous. It's gonna screw up your bicep, but there's a really simple way to fix it. Again, I like Dale, he's a charismatic guy. He makes fun videos, and I would like to see him succeed.
You're too kind.
You know, not just get a bunch of views, but actually make content that makes a real difference. So let's help a brother out again. Okay, so here's the problem. So Xiao is throwing a head kick at me, and the way I would block it is grab my head right here, get 2-on-1, use the hard bones of my arm. Here, throw that head kick again. Okay, again. Right, so whether it's a spinning hook kick with the heel, or a shin kick, or a foot kick, or any of those, I'm covering up the back of my head, my ear, all of this stuff, and I'm reinforcing with this hand here. So when the kick comes up, here, throw it as slow as you can. Essentially, I'm palm blocking here, but this isn't taking the brunt of the force. This is just minimizing it and essentially slapping, my wrist slapping against these bones here, making this structure stronger than just a one-arm block. So now I've got 2-on-1 against one leg. So kick again. Okay, now what Dale taught on the other hand, and I really don't want to do this because it's gonna hurt, but he brings one arm to block and catches on the bicep. So throw this a little bit slowly. And even there, I don't like how that feels. Man, Shao, you got dirty feet today. But he's got the sharp part of his shin digging right into the softest part of my arm.
This takes the brunt of the trauma.
Again, let's just do this one more time. Throw the kick, and I catch on the bicep and block with this, and it's physically possible. It's physically possible, but if the guy is throwing that kick with bad intentions, you're gonna get your arm messed up. Like
Slide up too.
Yeah, it can slide up the shoulder. Like best case scenario, you're gonna tear your bicep.
Let's translate this into jiu-jitsu terms. Imagine for a minute you're caught in a bicep slicer, except the other guy doesn't let go when you tap out. And he cranks on it at 35 miles per hour. That's what happens when you catch a kick on your bicep. But more likely than not, here's what will probably happen.
So it's gonna come over the shoulder and into the head, right? Especially if it's got an arc-like trajectory. And if somebody's throwing a goofy kick sliding up at this angle, okay, whatever.
Also, you've got no hold over my leg whatsoever when you do that.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yeah, he can just rip that right out. Okay? If I want to catch a head kick, right? Go ahead. I'm going to block the same way I taught before, but instead of this 2-on-1, now I'm going to move into him and I'm going to hook over the top here. So I'm catching with the hard bony structure instead of the soft muscle tissue. So again, head kick. And one more time. And this will allow me to set up all kinds of different throws and takedowns once I catch that. But even then, I don't like catching head kicks. It's much easier to avoid them. It's way easier to avoid head kicks. Here, throw a kick in my head, please. So there are a million other things you can do to deal with somebody throwing kicks at you. Something as simple, yeah, as a little teep right there. I mean, catching head kicks, I love catching kicks. I've fought with a lot of great Chinese Sanda fighters who specialize in catching kicks and throwing you on the floor. But as far as head kicks, catching them is at the bottom of my list of priorities. Because I know even if I do that perfect catch, my arm is still going to be taking damage, even if I catch it on the hardest structure of the arm.
Rather just make him miss and counter him.
Yeah, make him miss and counter. So we catch the kick, and yeah, he's already over-rotated, so the takedown Dale taught isn't even going to work if he keeps rotating. But
don't rotate.
Yeah, don't rotate. Hold very still and very static. So now he takes this leg and he pushes, and then you fall, and he didn't even fall. So if I catch here and I push here, I mean this. I don't even like this takedown. It's a move from Tekken 6. Seriously, like the Russian Sambo guy does it, except he does it differently. Yeah, I did a whole video on Tekken 6 and this dude's moves because the fans asked me to, right? So you catch a kick and you push and you sit and you go right into, a heel hook or some other leg lock there. You can, that's possible. I mean, it looks really cool in a video game, but in a street altercation with somebody trying to karate kick your head off, I mean, if somebody is a good enough fighter that they can clearly aim head kicks at you, maybe don't get in a fight with them. Maybe say, hey man, I'm sorry, let's square this up and I'll go
Smoke some weed.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, oh man, that is a terrible way to catch head kicks. But enough of the striking. Let's see what Chewy's up to with his jiu-jitsu.
Pretty good way to get kicked.
To wrap this video up, those are the techniques. And again, we're having a little fun here for sure. We had Adam dressed up like Dangle and me doing whatever I'm doing. But again, it's kind of a serious thing. Again, when we do jiu-jitsu, when we do combat sports, boxing, wrestling, judo, all these things, yes, we're doing a sport. And yes, it's not going to translate directly over into a fight situation. But I can tell you that from my experience as a person, both my personal experience, also from my students who are police officers that have to use this stuff to save their butts. Again, and to do so effectively without hurting the other person, I can tell you that right now, jiu-jitsu and wrestling and a lot of the combat sports that we do here in our gym and most gyms are very, very effective. Again, just because they're not necessarily no rules or you can't bring a knife or whatever to it, doesn't mean that you can't learn how to fight through these things. And again, when it comes to a street situation, there's always going to be a million different variables. But when you're training, you should be able to train with some live resisting opponents and being able to go 100%. Because otherwise, if you don't train against a resisting opponent 100%, you're never going to know what that feels like. And trust me, if you're going out there and all of a sudden you get into a fight and you've never had someone really try to grab you 100% and try to knock you down, your body's going to go into a state of shock and you're going to freeze up. You're just not going to be ready for it. And you can practice cool techniques and slow motion all you want to. It's not going to be the same. And this is why, again, you can take your iPhone out and look up on YouTube. And you can see where tons and tons of people who do jiu-jitsu, boxing, wrestling, and different combat sports have been involved in fights on the streets. And you can just see that, typically speaking, they do just fine. And so to wrap this up, those are the self-defense techniques. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Adam and I are finished. Adam?
Adam.
Thanks for watching. Now get out there and train.